be discussing the third kingdom of R.H. Whittaker, that is kingdom fungi. Now these are the points given in your NCERT textbook of class 9. First point is that they are heterotrophic eukaryotic. I had given an extra information that is called saprotrophic. The saprotrophic is a mode of nutrition in which an organism depends on dead and decaying matter for its food. So that is also a kind of heterotrophic. You can take it as a subclass of heterotrophic nutrition, because the organism is not making its own food. It is depending on others, no matter whether they are dead or alive. So all those animals which depend on other organisms for food, do not make their own food, do not synthesize their own food, are grouped as heterotrophic organisms. But this fungi is heterotrophic, and under that heterotrophic it comes under saprotrophic. What is saprotrophic? Saprotrophic means it depends on dead and decaying organic matter for their food. And again they are eukaryotes because they consist of true nucleus. U means true and karyon word stands for nucleus. So heterotrophic eukaryotic. This sentence clear? Next, they depend on dead and decaying organic matter for their food. So fungi actually grow on some decaying matter, matter which is kept for long in mostly in warm, humid, moist places. Those materials which are decaying, they act as a food for fungi. They become multicellular at later stages of their life. So they actually develop into a mycelium. Okay, so they actually become a mesh-like structure. You know what is a mesh? Have you heard of a wire mesh which is used to keep mosquitoes away? Like doors and windows are often covered with wire mesh to keep insects or pests or mosquitoes away. So that is kind of mesh. These fungi also form mesh-like structure, and this mesh-like structure is called mycelium. Actually it is not this type of mesh. Their mesh is something different. It looks somewhat different, but you can relate it with mesh. So that mesh-like structure is called mycelium. Okay, and actually if I draw this fungi looks like this. Okay, this is a hyphae. Hyphae, hyphae. And a group of hyphae here will form a mycelium. A group of hyphae here will form a mycelium. Okay, this is the, here it is actually the sporangiophore. In this, spores develop. So small spores will develop in this. Spores will come out of the sporangiophore, will burst, and the spore will be released and it will come out. Again it will find some food here. Okay, so let's say the sporangiophore has burst. What is this? This structure, are you able to see it? The structure is called sporangiophore. Sporangiophore. What happens? The sporangiophore produces spores. Once it gets ripened, it gets matured, the sporangiophore bursts and the spores are released into the air. When it finds suitable environment and food material, it will germinate here. Again it will form a hyphae, a stalk, and then these other spores will be produced, and a group of hyphae forms a mycelium. So what is mycelium? Mycelium is a group of hyphae. Mycelium is a group of hyphae. So this is a fungi. This is a typical fungi, you can say. The cell wall. Fungi also consist of cell wall. I have mentioned it in my previous video also. Fungi is made up of cell wall, and that cell wall is made up of a material which is called chitin. Okay. Now what are the examples of fungi? The examples of fungi include yeast, mushroom and yeast and mushroom. Yeast actually forms it actually reproduces by budding. So suppose this is the mother yeast. Okay, this is the mother yeast. It will produce buds, and like this, and the buds remain attached to the mother for a long period of time, and so they form a colony. Okay, there are several birds, and the birds again develop, and it develops into a yeast colony. It develops into a yeast colony. Mushroom, there are certain edible mushrooms. Certain edible mushrooms available in the market also. So you can relate with that. So this was about fungi. If you want to have an extra information, I will be giving you now. There are 4 classes of fungi. The first class is Phycomycetes. The second class is Ascomycetes. The third class is Basidiomycetes, and the fourth class is Deuteromycetes. So Phycomycetes is the most primitive type of fungi, you can say. Then you have Ascomycetes, and these classes are classified or categorized on the basis of this fruiting structures or the sporangiophores. They are let me separate it now. Okay, so these are classified on the basis of the fruiting bodies which they form. Okay, like Ascomycetes form ascocarps, Basidiomycetes form basidiocarps. Deuteromycetes does not have any sexual stages. It only reproduces vegetatively. So this was just an extra information. Leave it at till here. For your class, for your standard, this information is required. These are extra information which, if you are familiar with now, it will be helpful to you when you reach high classes and you take biology as a subject. So thank you, and the next kingdom will be Kingdom Plantae. See my other video, see my next video for the Kingdom Plantae. Thank you.